Hey everyone, welcome to a very special edition of Game Time for Pocket Entertainment. As always, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Dan.
And actually, we're doing a video review today on the new Mortal Kombat game. We got the PS3 version, we're ready to play. We're ready to talk about it a little bit.
Alright, let's hop right in. This game is fantastic. I'll say that right off the bat. The single player mode alone is hours and hours long, which is different from many of the other popular fighting games that are out right now, like BlazBlue, Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, for instance. The differences continue to grow when you see how many stages, characters, and how much effort that NetherRealm Games put into the game. Everybody looks fantastic. The damage done to the characters is brutal. The X-ray moves, which are brand new, are just mind-boggling. And, it really comes off as one of the best fighters that I've ever played.
One of the things I like about Mortal Kombat is, I love Street Fighter, I love Marvel vs. Capcom. But with Mortal Kombat, NetherRealm Studios really puts a focus on story and, the backlog of their characters. And, in recent years, that's kind of, not been all that good. There's characters that are not all that cool, to be quite honest, I felt. But in this newer one, you got a lot of the people from the original trilogy of games, which I think is very cool. And, the focus on the story is greater than ever. I'm really excited to see some of the cutscenes here. Dan has the game, he's had more time with it, so...
Speaking of the cutscenes, when you play the story mode, the story is told very cinematically and is driven by dramatic dialogue, which actually for the first time you kind of get to see inside the heads of these, your favorite characters from the franchise. Johnny Cage is genuinely funny. You get to find out the motivations, why Scorpion is so tormented by what happened to him and his clan, and it feels like you're watching a movie. And then the cutscenes transition flawlessly into the fights.
Let me ask you about the story itself. I mean, this is kind of a reboot of the franchise, but there is that link to everything that happened in the older series where, Raiden is fighting Shao Kahn, and he sends like a message back to himself in the past. I mean, do you prefer that, or would you have preferred it if it was just, a clean slate?
Well, to be honest, when I read about what the story was going to be, and on paper it looks kind of iffy, but once I actually got into the game and started playing the story mode, it's really well done, and it actually makes sense, which is refreshing for, a fighting game to have a story that makes sense. And for fans of the franchise, you're going to see certain things that you maybe read about, or it's been expanded upon through the fan base more so than the actual games. But you see these parts of the Mortal Kombat history, and I don't know, it's exciting, it's new, and it's a lot of fun.
Something that was heavily touted for this new Mortal Kombat game is the Challenge Tower, which has 300 challenges. Have you delved into that? Because I remember in games like Deception, they had Conquest mode, and it seemed cool, but then it would be like, okay, here's the dojo, pull off this combo for this character, and then it was a little disenchanting after a while. It got kind of boring. I mean, you get that vibe with the Challenge Tower, or does it feel, a lot of fun to play, or are the challenges different?
Well, what you're talking about with Deception, with the Conquest mode, is now more of just a tutorial mode, where they show you the combos and they kind of teach you the basics of how to play the game. The Challenge mode implements some of that. You do learn some of the characters' combos, but there's a twist on everything. For example, you may have to do armless combat and win, or win a match without blocking.
What are your thoughts on Kratos being in the game? We're playing the PS3 version, and the great thing about Kratos being in here, I think, is that he feels like he belongs in this universe.
Yeah, he doesn't seem out of place at all. Like when they had the Star Wars characters in Soul Calibur 4, they felt really out of place, and it didn't make any sense. Like, you shouldn't be able to block a lightsaber with a traditional sword, like a wooden bow or something like that.
Something that's really cool to me is that this game was announced to be part of EVO this year.
Yes.
I mean, that's really cool that Mortal Kombat was kind of not seen as a serious fighter for such a long time, and I understand the argument, but now it's really cool to me that this new game has opened the door for that. I mean, do you feel like it's earned that?
Oh yeah. They clearly, they went in and they got players to test out the game and do frame counting and make sure that everything is balanced. I mean, that's why you can't play as the boss characters like Goro or Shao Kahn, which some people are upset about, but it makes it a I think a better game because it's fair. Any player can beat, any character can beat any other character in the game, and the fact that an American developer is finally getting some recognition in that community is really nice to see.
I feel like this, above all else, is the culmination of the Mortal Kombat franchise. I feel like they really got all the characters that are fan favorites. I feel like the fight mechanics are really gratifying. I feel like they're balanced. There's not one character that's kind of a bore, that's, why would they add him? They're all visually appealing. Their moves are fun to execute. They're fun to see. The fatalities, they're back in full force. They're a lot of fun to see. Dan, what are your closing thoughts on the game? How do you feel?
It's one of the best fighting games out right now, and I highly recommend it. Check back soon for my written review, and I'll give you our final score. But it's looking to be pretty good.
All right.
So what do you say, Jeff? We play a match?
Okay. Wait a minute.
Hang on.
Is that? We've got unfinished business, my
I
friend.
believe we do.
Just give me 1 second to prep myself here.
Again?
Oh, yeah!
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, Dan, the final chapter.
This is it, Jeff. This is for all the donuts.
What? Okay, whatever. Let's do it. We were tied last time. This is the tiebreaker. All right. There he is. Give me a chance to look at my moves real quick.
I make this look easy.
Let me open up the start menu real quick.
Round 1. Fight.
Psych! Yeah, man! You think I don't know? You think I haven't been practicing, man? Yeah,
Tips from your
man.
cousin, man.
Dan, you are about to get the gist of my fist. Come here.
Today. Not today.
Oh! No!
Yeah.
All right.
Not today. Not today,
Alright.
Jeff. This one's mine.
Oh, yeah!
Dick.
Yeah, man!
You jerk.
Yeah, man! Evo 2011, I'm coming, man! I'm coming! Oh, look at, feels good! Oh, you know what, Dan? That's why you and Scorpion make such a good team, because you're both weak. You can't do anything about Johnny Cage, man. Me and Johnny, we're winners. You'll always be at the bottom of the barrel, Dan. You are nothing. It doesn't matter that winning. Ow!
Oh, what? What was that, Jeff?
No,
I was just wondering.
Johnny, no.
I was just wondering what you were saying.
Johnny, no. Johnny. No, Johnny. No, Johnny. Ow.
Feels bad, Jeff. Feels bad, Jeff.
Ah!
Finish him.
Sorry.
Feels bad, Jeff. Oh, yep. This is about. Yep. And that's
No.
all she wrote.
Wins. Fatality.
My heart's beating, man.
Yeah.
Heart's beating. Get some respect points. There you go. There you go. That was fun.
Yeah.
Let's go into the crypt real quick. I just want to see if we can spend some coins here.
Okay.
You know, I feel like something didn't happen today that
Yeah.
usually happens.
Whoa! Why? They need to take that out of the game.
Ooh!
You scared the hell out of the cat.